my channel. Today I'm doing a video that I'd never thought in a million trillion years that I would actually be filming. I was thinking it over and I was like, you know, honestly, this story, not that I'm like, wow, I'm such a bad bitch, but I think it's gonna help you guys out a lot. Honestly, I love myself, but that came out really bad. I'm so transparent and I really want to continue that. And so that being said, so the point that I really do want to get across, kind of I guess a double-ended sword, because I want to film this video for you guys, does not mean by any ways that it's like me being hung up on him or anything like that. I really am genuinely filming this video. I think it's gonna help someone out there, and it makes me really excited that it can help someone out there. This is a story about me and not a story about him. But before I get into it, I wanted to remind you guys to stick around by subscribing. I know, it's so annoying. And also, check out my other social medias if you want to. I guess here's my breakup story and how I redeemed myself to be the bad bitch that I am. Let's set the tone. So this all began back in March, and it was one of those instances where he kind of pursued me and I was just like, what the hell, like why are you pursuing me kind of thing. Whatever, I just rolled with it just because I liked the attention. Just like every unfortunate story, girl ends up kind of getting sucked into it, and I'm like, oh shit, this is actually fun. Sure enough, things escalated and everything happened, and about early August we kind of had like our breakup, if you will. Leading up to this, he was acting very sketchy to me. He was almost in a way ghosting me, but not like officially ghosting me. Like he was still talking to me, but like not having any depth in the conversation, if that makes sense. And it was just not comfortable for me. It was like wasting my time, and it was pissing me off because I'm very vocal, I guess, in relationships, being like, you know, if this is something you're not feeling, let me know so I can just get out. Because I don't care to waste my time anymore. Because like nobody got time for like games. I remember specifically on that Monday, I had a lunch meeting with my manager, and we were basically just talking about like relationships. She was my manager back when my first boyfriend and I broke up, and I was just a wreck, for lack of a better word. And I was like, you know, if this never works out with this guy, then, you know, whatever, I'll be fine. Because at this point in my life, I realized like what I'm worth in my mind, what I want out of life. And so the guy can either jump ahead and like ride along in the passenger seat, or he can get out. I'm completely okay with it. And she was like, wow, that's like actually a great philosophy to have. And I was like, thank you very much. And sure enough, that day I just basically had enough of how he was, I guess, in a way treating me, and so I sent him a text message before my lash appointment. I don't deserve like to be feeling this way, like it's stupid, so just tell me how you're feeling and then we can go from there. And he was like, well, can I call you after I get done with like dinner? I said, no, you can call me now because I have a lash appointment in 30 minutes and I'd rather just get this over with now. Just a little clarification, if you guys have lash extensions, you aren't supposed to get them wet for 24 hours after, because it's like when the glue is setting and everything like that. I was like, I'm not gonna cry because I don't want my lashes that I'm paying $70 to get filled to get messed up. So he calls, and basically he ends it saying that he needed time to work on himself, and when he was at work, he was focusing on like what I was doing. You know, I even told Caitlin, I was like, you know, that's respectable. Like, I can respect that. You know, if someone wants to work on themselves, then so be it. And I was just like, as long as it's like you not basically being with another girl, because you know how I feel about cheating and everything like that. So he was like, no, of course I would never do that. I'm just so invested in this, but I can't be with it right now. Because I got my lashes done, I didn't cry after that, which was the most bad bitch thing I've ever done. And I hadn't cried ever since then. I was a little sad, but I was like, whatever. 4 days later, this guy still had me on Snapchat and Find My Friends, and basically I've realized he was with another girl. So I handled it maybe not the best way, and then when this happened, I was crying because I was pissed off. How dare someone like not see how great of a person I am and just kind of treat me like dirt after I've treated someone so well for so long. And so I sent him a pretty mean message calling him out for a few things, and he might have blocked me, but it's fine. Basically in these messages I said like that I realized, like he said, it wasn't me, it was him. I deserve so much better. I won't go into the specifics. It wasn't very nice. And do I regret sending that message? No. Yeah, so there's there's that. At that point, I was just like sick to my stomach. I was like, this is just so disgusting, and like I don't need this kind of person in my life. I unfollowed him on basically everything. I have no feelings towards this guy anymore. It's to me just someone I used to know. Okay, so the quote that I like live by is that the moment everything changes is the moment you deserve so much better, and I completely agree with that. I realized that I don't need someone that like has me constantly wondering, like, because he's like a bad boy or whatever, oh, is he gonna be trustworthy this week? I don't deserve someone that doesn't show that trust. A few days later, I had a trip home to Kentucky for 10 days, and it was the best 10 days of my entire life. I had so much fun. I had time to just kind of focus on me because I had videos already previously uploaded and ready to go. Because of that, I had that time to not focus on YouTube and everything out in LA and everything like that. I was home in my home base where like friends and family were like, oh, like blah, 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 what are you gonna do with your life? And I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life, but I'm gonna do something amazing. To me, moving on in this situation was focusing on me. And that was something, I guess, that I feel like everyone's breakup kind of has to have that realization that you really do need to focus on yourself before you can be happy with someone else. I'm only 23. I have all the time in the world to figure out like the kind of guy I want to spend the rest of my life with. For once in my life, I'm completely living for myself. I can do selfish things. Like I can move somewhere crazy and not have any strings tied down, and to me that is the most empowering thing that I could ever experience. I realized that with these no strings came no commitment, and honestly I'm sitting here today on September 30th to tell you guys that I have never been happier. I sit here with not having to worry about who to trust because I have the friends that I do have and the kind of people that I do need in my life right now, and nobody that I don't need, and that's so exciting to me. I realized that while people like him or like in any situation, your ex might be moving on with someone else, but in the end, winning isn't about moving on to someone else. I've been on my fair share of dates, and those dates are because I want to go on those dates with those people. To me, winning is taking control of your life and making most of the hand that you're dealt with, in the game of cards, if you will. And I feel like every single card that I have, I'm playing exactly the way I need to be played. Not that I'm playing people, if that sounds really bad. To me, all of a sudden, all these movies that I had previously watched, like How to Be Single and all these songs that I've listened to, I realized they made sense. You know how some people say, like, some days you need the song and some days you need the lyrics? I have a playlist for you guys if you guys are going through a breakup, just about like all these bad bitch breakup songs or just bad bitch songs like You Don't Need No Man kind of thing, that I will put in the description box if you guys would like to listen, because it's empowering, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I feel empowered. I feel like Andy Dorfman when her and Josh broke up. Like, I feel like I need to write a book. But to me, it just makes sense finally why people always say, like, you have to be happy with yourself before you can be happy with someone else. And like, it's so cliche, but it's so freaking true. Like, you need to do things for yourself. Like, you might find the person that you're gonna marry tomorrow. And so today, I look back and see that getting my lashes filled that day and getting broken up with was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because it kept me from, one, crying, and two, like, losing my shit, because I knew that I had to keep myself together because I was about to get my lashes filled for an hour and just kind of like have a therapy session with my lash lady, and it was honestly the best thing that could have ever happened to me. That, guys, is the story of my breakup and how I redeemed myself and kind of found myself afterward. I hope you guys didn't take this video the wrong way, and I really want you guys to like see these videos as me trying to help you guys. I mean, that's really all I'm trying to do, and you guys are my world. Obviously, I love the direction that my videos in 2016 have taken. I think they're very helpful for you guys, and they're not necessarily things that a lot of other people have touched on, and to me that's really exciting, and I'm very excited to see where the rest of 2016 takes me. In 2017, you guys are going to be really excited for some things that are going to change in 2017. I'm really excited. And with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video because I'm getting a little thirsty because I haven't like drank any water. I've been filming for like 45 minutes because it took a few attempts for me to film this, because at first I was just So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate that. And also stick around by subscribing to my channel and leave your requests below. I would love to read them. And leave your comments because I want, once again, like for this to be kind of like an active like form. How you found yourself maybe after a breakup or a heartbreak. Thankfully mine was not a heartbreak. My heart is doing just fine. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!